Your endometrial thickness is 7 mm. So should you cancel your IVF? Let's find out the truth about implantation. Imagine spending months preparing for IVF. You've taken all the injections, your embryos are ready. You're just one step away from embryo transfer. Then your doctor says your endometrial lining is only 6.5 millimeters, and then suddenly your whole world stops. You open Google, one website says you need 8 mm, another says 7 mm is enough. Someone on social media got pregnant only with 5 mm. Someone else failed with 12 millimeters. So what's the truth? Today I'll explain what endometrial thickness really means and why one number does not tell the whole story. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Suvarchila, Scientific Director with Ziva Fertility Centers. One of the most common questions IVF patients ask me is, Doctor, is my lining thick enough? Let's try to understand what the endometrium is, what thickness is considered favorable, and why thickness is only one piece of the entire implantation puzzle. So what is the endometrium? It is the inner lining of the uterus. Think of it as the baby's first home. After fertilization, the embryo needs to attach itself to this lining and continue growing. During every menstrual cycle and during IVF, this lining becomes thick under the influence of estrogen preparing for implantation. So, what thickness do doctors like to see? In general, many fertility specialists consider an endometrial thickness of about 7 to 12 mm at the time of embryo transfer to be favorable. But here's the important message, which is the most important message of this entire video. There is no magical number that guarantees pregnancy. Women have gotten pregnant with 6.5 mm lining, and IVF cycles fail with a beautiful 11 mm lining also. Thickness helps guide treatment, but it does not predict your future, because thickness isn't everything. This is where many patients misunderstand the scan. Doctors don't just look at thickness, they also assess the appearance of the lining, whether it has a classical trilaminar or triple line pattern before progesterone is given, blood flow to the uterus is assessed, hormonal levels are seen, and whether the timing between the embryo and the endometrium is correct is also assessed. A thick lining that isn't receptive may still fail, and a slightly thinner lining that's healthy and receptive may still lead to a successful pregnancy. So, why can a lining be thin? A thin endometrium can happen for several reasons. Sometimes it's related to low estrogen levels. Sometimes previous uterine surgery or infection can also affect the lining. Reduced blood flow, uterine adhesions, or individual variations may also play a role. That's why treatment depends on finding the cause, not just measuring the thickness. Can it be treated? Yes, in many women, depending on the underlying cause. Your fertility specialist may consider adjusting estrogen treatment, changing the timing of embryo transfer, investigating the uterine cavity with hysteroscopy if indicated, or other individualized approaches can be seen based on your medical history. The treatment is never one size fits all, and the biggest mistake is that patient compare the endometrial lining with women on Facebook or on YouTube. Please don't do that. Every uterus is different, every embryo is different, and every IVF cycle is different. Your scan should be interpreted in the context of your entire fertility picture, and that is what is most important. If you wish to understand more, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.